before going, I mean, directly plunging into the topic that is vested on me, that is a pathway to mold potential entrepreneurs. Will this CUET be a good, what do you say, the correct mix to do it? Let me go to some of the snippets of CUET. See, as we all know, it is compulsory. And going forward, class 11 mark, class 12 marks will no longer hold weightage in CUET scores, but just as a passing criteria. And CUET 2023 for UG admissions to based on NCERT syllabus. And students will write one compulsory language paper from a choice of 13. And this is the most important thing. Students can select up to 6 domain subjects from among 27 offered. So a quick bit of some statistics. We have seen that, or it's very much evident that total number of awarding degree universities as on March 4th, that is very recent, as per UGC is 1027, in which we have 54 central universities, 444 state, 126 deemed, and 403 private universities. Now, out of 54, the point to be noted is only 45 central universities have consented for CUET. Now, I'm just putting some of the top-notch CUET participating universities as per the rules. So one of the major fact that MM Ansari, that is a former member of UGC, has commented is there are roughly around 4 crores admissions taking place in undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD altogether. Altogether, there are roughly around 4 crore admissions taking place, of which central universities cater only to 5% of them. Now, coming to the undergraduate, it takes to around 1 to 2% of the total UG admissions. So, yes, of course, this is a small number, but still, this can be taken to a larger extent once this is really rolling out successful in central universities. If this is really coming out well, it will go to the other state universities also, definitely for sure. Now, why is it required? Because there is diversity in evaluation of CBSE, evaluation of ICSE. Everything comes to much different areas. So there is diversity. There is unrealistic cutoffs. Now, this is a small snippet that I've seen of late. After board exams, you find very vigorous, but after the UGC cutoff list, you feel so panicked. Now, it is much evident from the last year's newspapers that the cutoff for close to around 7 courses in the top-notch colleges, especially in Delhi University, was 100%. Now, this can be addressed while we have CUET coming in. Now, it also gives a second chance for the students that they can have one more opportunity, showcase their potential if they are unavailable to score during their board exams. And at the same time, it also erases the easing of burden. Now, in my coming one slide, I'll speak about this particular point where a student has to appear for multiple entrance examinations, giving multiple entrance fees, and also I'll speak about that in the coming slides. Now, this is how it's going to get rolled out. I'm not going to discuss much on this because it's much evident. Now, it's all drilled down to 3 particular points. There will be language, there will be domain subjects, and there will be aptitude subject. Now, domain subject is where I would like to focus on. Now here in section A, there are languages, section B, there is domain, and section 3, there is general. Now 27 domain specific subjects are there. And these are the 27 domain specific subjects. This gives me much more hope because you can see there are a lot of, very niche areas like agriculture, mass communication, anthropology, fine arts. Of the right, if you come, you can see Bharatanatyam, percussion instruments, Rabindra Sangeet. These are very fine, very nitty-gritty of the subjects where students find there are students who find real interest in. Now, this is where I would like to focus one of my students. Now, his name is Tom Hiron. He is my student, and he is a percussion artist, and he's excellent in what he does. And unfortunately, he is doing his BSc in mathematics. Now, what he tells me, sir, I really did not know how to convince my parents. I really did not know what to tell my parents that I am good in this, but I was forced to take BSc mathematics because of the pressure from my parents. Now, this Drummer Tom's incident can be connected again to all these things that I'm going to speak after this. Jagdish Kumar, the chairman of UGC, said, if I'm a student applying for IFLU, I would surely be applying to all the other universities also. So this is what I said before. So you are applying for different university tests, and this becomes convenient. There is one single entrance examination. And looking into the competition, IIT, JEE, NEET, etc., they come up to 1 million students competing for 16,000 seats, where in UPSC you have 1 million for 10,000, so 1,000 seats. In CUET, in CUET, you have, alone in Delhi University, you have 7,000. In total, you have around 2 lakh seats. So which means the proportion is 1:5. For every one student, for every 5 students, there is 1 seat. So there might be a question like, is there a coaching required? I would rather say, I mean, my personal opinion is may not be required, because it has NCERT syllabus. There is ample seats, so may not be. Now, my point is this. Mr. Gurumurthy Kasanathan said, the objective of the test is to know what the student has learned and what he wants to learn, rather than, but now the objective is, somewhat getting submerged, like this is becoming an entrance test. The shift is to focus from the rote learning and cramming to developing the critical thinking ability. The point all drills down to this particular slide, employable graduates passing out from every country each year, where India stands at only 5%, where you have Japan at 80, Germany at 74, Korea, South Korea at 96, USA at 93. Now, we have to focus on this. My last slide comes to the point which I would like to give more special emphasis on. The world's most entrepreneurial countries as per 2021 list starts with the United States, and we are in 9. I don't know whether I should say that we are in 9, or I should say that we are only in 9. There are a lot of space to improve on infrastructure. There are lot of space to improve in scores, in competition, in innovation. So if Drummer Tom now, after completing his BSc, is right now started his own drummer classes at school, we have a lot of space, as in line with what Dr. Mahalakshmi Shankar has said. There are a lot of space for us to plan about Ayurveda, medicinal plants, homestay, fast food joint, where if this kind of CUET can map students to their right job, if they can, not the right job, the right courses at the right budding stage, that would be the next biggest thing that India is awaiting for. So the old order should change, and let God fulfill himself in many ways. Thank you. Thank you very much.